Hello and welcome back to All of Rine. You know that All of Rine is all about family women telling our stories to empower each other, communicating very powerfully with other women and changing lives as well.
Yeah.
And so today I want to talk about some of the one of the most important questions that people ask, because we've been hearing these questions a long time ago, and I thought that it would be wise for us to talk about it. The topic is why some men cheat, or rather why some men keep their ex after marriage. Why some men keep their ex after marriage, right?
Yeah.
I've heard that numbers of time, because people ask, oh, you see someone go into a relationship and still or get married after and still keep his ex. Like, I have a lot to say and I'm just like everywhere right now with my thoughts. But the thing is that some men still get married and still keep their ex that they did not get married to. And so with me here today to talk about this topic, why some men keep their ex after marriage, is
I'm Crystal King.
I'm Favor Justice
and Crystal King. And you're both welcome to All of Rine.
Thank you.
I hope we all feel comfortable talking about this, because I can see you warming up already. You're ready to
we're excited. We can't just wait to dive into the topic.
Thank you so much. And so without much further ado, if this topic interests you and you want to stay tuned and watch, well, why don't you like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you get notified each time we upload a new video. So now, yes, let's start. What do you think when that question comes to the table? Why some men still keep their ex right after marriage? What comes to your mind?
It comes selfishness, selfish reasons.
Selfish reasons.
Yeah, selfish reasons, because I think some men feels like they can have everything. They don't want to let go of the ex. They can have both the ex and they can have both the wife. So
selfishness.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes. Men can be selfish. And as well, the woman can be selfish as well, because the ex could be like, I'm not letting him go, even if he has a wife, so what? I can still be in the picture. So it can go both ways.
Selfish reasons. You're right. Because I can't fathom why a man wants to get married at the same time wants to keep his ex, if not for selfish reasons, actually greed, right? The human nature, we know, is insatiable. We're never satisfied. But there are rules, don't you think, when it comes to dating, marriage, relationship, which is why we actually do this on All of Rine, right here. We talk about dating, divorce, marriage, relationship. It's all about us as women, as family women, and also our men, right? The society. And you find that these things happen a lot. People some men just can't let their ex go. I think for firsthand that another factor that plays a very, very big role here is the fact that they are immature.
Yeah.
Okay? Immaturity. Because you find that some of them are not mature enough to even go into that marriage, and yet they dive into that. They're not mature enough to get the kind of they're not there yet. They're not ready. Some of them are not ready. Some men are not ready. And there's so many reasons why some men actually get married, for when they're still dating their ex.
I think some just feel like, okay, my mates are getting married, I'm not getting younger anymore, I want to get married, so I want to have
society,
kids,
right? Influence
in family and friends. So they just want to just dive into it and like, okay, we're getting married, we're going to
but why not marry your ex? Why not marry the lady you're having a relationship with?
I don't think you see the woman, your ex, as a wife material.
Oh. You think so?
Sometimes it could be because of the religion as well, because sometimes there things that their parents wouldn't agree to
Yeah,
that
right.
she
Religion.
was raised with, and they prefer to go with someone that their parents would love and take and accept. And acceptance is a lot.
Acceptance is
Yeah,
a lot.
it's
It's
a
a
lot
lot.
when it comes to a relationship.
You're right. You're right, because we've seen so many cases where some men are in love with their girlfriend and they can't marry them because of religion, right? And acceptance, like you said, they want to be loved continuously by their families, be accepted by their race or religion. You know what I mean? So race too, race.
Yeah.
Race is
Yeah,
so
race.
I think I have this friend of mine. He's 40 already. I'm not saying he should go get married, but he's that kind of a person. If mommy did not find me somebody,
Okay.
I will not
Get married.
Get married. So it's just that mommy kind of a person that
It's family. That's
I have to. And I'm like, well, you can.
Yeah,
Find
I think he
somebody.
should be able to find someone by himself. But you see, but like the topic says, why some men, keep their ex or exes, after they're married, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think that happens? Because I feel that yes, we've talked about religion, we've talked about influence from friends, from families, and all of that. We talked about selfish reasons, greed, and all of that. But another thing is, I want to ask, because when things like that happen, people feel like, oh, maybe she doesn't have a dress sense. You know, fashion sense.
Fashion sense.
Yeah, no fashion sense. What do you think? Is that one of the reasons? Could be.
It could be one of the reasons, because even though if I can have the perfect dress sense, the most beautiful woman in the world, it will still
happens, right?
happen. So it doesn't matter. Even though I'm the best cook, I can clean, I can do everything a man wants.
But it might still be something that his ex is doing that.
Let's get real. For real. There might be
might be doing that he's not.
Because that's the notion. That's what people are thinking.
Because they compare.
Why are you still going back? People comparison.
But why do you compare your wife to your ex?
Well, the question goes again, why are you still keeping your ex?
There
must be a reason. I just hope, I wish men are really on this hot seat to answer some of these questions, because it will make it a lot easier, because some men will be watching this and saying, well, you don't understand, you're ladies, you don't know what it is. I think it's possessiveness, okay? They're just being possessive. And we know that firsthand that men are possessive.
Some women not
all.
And some women are as well.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Yes,
you're right.
It does.
It goes both ways. Some men are possessive, some women are possessive. They just don't want to let you go. Okay? Even when they know that this man or this particular person I'm in a relationship is, has just got married, and he's moved on. Some women still call them. They call at night, they message them, they still call them names like boo, my honey, my sweetheart, my love. Same names you were calling him before he got married to somebody else. And sometimes it could be that there's a reason. Some men just give them the reason that, for religious background, religious reasons, or certain things that we don't do in my home is because I had one night, you know what I mean, like one thing, and she got pregnant and now I can't ask her to leave. Should that be a basis to actually marry a woman?
That's not.
That's
because then you're not only hurting your ex and your wife, you're also putting a child into that environment, and that's totally toxic.
Yeah.
Wow.
But for me, I think there should be boundaries. There should be boundaries.
Yeah, we're going to talk about boundaries when we come to the other part. Okay. But we just want to know why. Let's talk about the reasons. Could it be because they're business partners? Sometimes it could be.
Yeah, because they're seeing each other every day and they're accustomed interacting with each other, and they had a relationship. So then you don't have that boundary where you
work together.
Because all two of them worked and they were in a relationship, so basically everything was like yay
together. So they built their lives around it. Sometimes they're business partners, truly. They built a business together. You hear some men tell you, oh, she's my business partner. I can't do away with her. You know, she's always going to be there. You know, just deal with it. I feel that.
The way you're supposed to deal.
Yeah. The way you're supposed to deal with it.
Yeah, not your ex.
Yeah, maybe good food, like you said. It could be anything. And
how she treats them.
Well, bottom line for me personally, I feel that they don't care. They don't care.
They don't.
Because if they truly care, they won't do that, right? I think if the man truly cares, if he truly cares, there's a saying that says, if you truly like someone, if you love that person, let them go.
Let them go.
If you truly care, that was why I talked about possessiveness, you know. Yeah, but the thing is, you're going into a marriage. Are you so possessive that you want to keep both your wife and your ex? Is it something that you think you can rope your wife into? Because I don't think your wife knows about it. So you go around calling your ex or checking up on her. You know, you form this habit of checking up on her anyways. So now you're doing the same thing. You want to know where she is, who she's with,
what you're wearing, what you're doing at the moment, where you're going to.
You're not supposed to have someone else. You're not supposed to move on.
You're not supposed
That's dangerous.
It is. It is dangerous. It's number one. It's dangerous. Like you don't. When it's your ex, you don't do that. We're not saying you shouldn't do that, but let it be limit. Limit yourself. You can call her, hey, how are you? How's the kids? I hope. No.
I don't think you should.
Yeah?
I think that if you're an ex, you should be an ex.
Okay.
Especially if you're married. If you're
Especially,
married, then there shouldn't be no hi, how are you? If you, I'll say, if you butt into her and you say hi, I can understand it. Or how are your children? Okay, that's it. But not you calling her behind your wife's back.
But I think men's mentality feels like if they're their ex, they don't need to be enemy with their ex.
Okay.
We're not saying to be.
You're right. She's right.
No, I'm
because
right.
Most men think, you know, we don't think the way
men think.
They feel that you're my friend. I was dating you and I got married. We didn't have. There was no issue. No issues.
Yeah. So
right. And you knew why I got married anyway.
Thank you.
And so
we have that way they think. So we have to think that way with them, and I was like,
well, it's still roll. Like we have to continue growing. Yeah. Some people even actually validate the ex. You know, if I marry you, I may not love you as much.
Yeah.
And things might change, and I start
the way we roll, the way we talk is not gonna flow the way it is.
It's all about playing in the girl's head.
But that's playing with her emotions.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're playing with someone's emotions because it's a roller coaster of how people think. You understand? When you find yourself in that kind of love triangle, it's dangerous.
Yes, it can also lead to danger for your wife, your children, yourself, or in case of the exes, if the ex he's married but he still holds on to you, it could be dangerous for you. Because any person that enters your life, he can want to hurt. I mean,
true. They destroy your home too.
They destroy your home.
Your lovely home can be like gone all of a sudden, the twinkle of eye because of that. Because your ex is so possessive of you,
over
you. Yeah.
But sometimes too, they send in inappropriate pictures, you know, things like that. Even when the man is moving on, the woman is moving on, the guy just calls out of the blues, he's bored. And sometimes too, you know what marriage is all about, because marriage is not a bed of roses.
No,
you know, things happen right along the line. This guy happens. You know, sometimes we feel like, okay, we're wearing the white dress, now we're happy. It's going to be happily ever after.
Yeah.
But that's not the issue. Things still happen, right? And when it does, Who do you think this man goes back to call?
He's gonna pick up the phone and dial the ex number.
Yeah, he dials the ex's number.
The first
Or
person.
he pops up.
Yeah, or he pops up on the door. And
Or he pops up.
yeah,
It's
he's
like
like,
someone just knocking your door like, hi.
me
I'm
and my
like,
wife just had a fight.
what are you doing here? That's how you might got your boo home and you're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I just needed to tell him.
I just need to pull over.
you. And can you talk to me? And from there it goes downhill.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And so that's like giving the ex power.
Yes.
It's like you're never good with her. And this is not supposed to be. And that's the thing. We don't know it all until you get married. Right? And you begin to see certain things unravel. Right? And because if she wasn't in the picture, it's easier for you to call your wife, talk about things, communicate. Now you're not communicating with your wife. You're not talking to her. Now you're showing up at your at the doorstep of your ex, and you're and telling her everything happening in your marriage,
in your relationship, and that shouldn't be, because then you're putting a third person in
your
a two-person relationship,
and that will make her not to respect your wife.
So there should be boundaries.
Yeah,
we should have boundaries. I think if you're married, you're married. Break up with your ex and move on. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't go back there. You're not a baby.
But one thing, we're not saying you should hate your ex or you should be enemy with your ex.
No.
We're not saying it.
Be peaceful.
Oh, peaceful with your ex, but
don't
set it. Let it be boundaries. Let it be there.
You know, but the way we're saying it right now, we're actually looking at one aspect of it. That is, if the ex has no child, it becomes a different thing if the ex
has a child for him. Oh gosh. Like, yes, because it's even worse.
Is it? Yeah,
because
that's another ball game, another one.
He doesn't, because if he marries someone else and he has a child from you,
and the ex would think he has an upper hand.
No, not always. Sometimes when the lady's trying to move on, he's like, you can't move on. You have my baby. No man's supposed to be in my child's life other than me. So then it's like, but you married. I want to move on, and you're holding me back. You're holding my emotions hostage by using my child. And then
so who's the culprit here?
And then sometimes
my brain is just like,
because it could go either way. And then sometimes some women, as Favor was saying, use their child to hold the man hostage.
Yeah, and it feels as again, because they have kid for you, I have to have say to everything. You understand? Oh, I was there before she came into the picture. So I have to have say. Before she says something, I have to say something first.
So there's that power struggle.
Yes.
Yeah, because she feels more powerful because she already has a child for the man. And so she needs to always have I have to have control.
And she might be insecure as well because he's married to her, and then my child goes to spend time with him, and then she has control of my child. So then she might be insecure about,
and she feels
that whole family system.
Yeah, and she feels like, oh, maybe he's not paying more attention to the child. He's paying attention to the other person because of the wife, and because of that, she wants the overall. Like, let me say,
I have to be
I
on
have
top.
to be
I
on
have to
top.
have a say.
I have to have a say.
I was there
because
first.
my son is the first child before she came into
our daughter,
whatever they have. So that gives
first son, first daughter, child, like you said, first child.
I was here first.
I was here first.
But it doesn't matter.
I think it's more powerful and more complicated when there is a child involved and you're not getting married to that person and you're getting married to somebody else. It's more complicated. What do you think? What kind of solution do you what do you think will be a better solution in a situation like this?
Watch out for episode 2 and concluding part of Why Some Men Keep Their Ex or Exes After Marriage.